Hello and welcome to the 5th Annual State Champs Signing Day Special. I'm Lauren Plant. This is the show for the high school football recruiting enthusiasts. This is also a very special show for us because for nearly a decade now, State Champs and Lawrence Tech have been joined at the hip. This fall, LTU will field their first football team in 70 years. Throughout this show, you'll hear from some of the Blue Devils' newest recruits, as well as from head coach Jeff Duvendek. Of course, we'll cover the state's top blue chips. We'll talk the best in Division I, Division II, NAIA, and the top juniors with an esteemed panel of State Champs' best analysts. Let's do this. The State Champs Signing Day Special starts now. Champs Signing Day Special is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also brought to you in part by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Welcome inside the State Champs studios for another edition of the State Champs Signing Day Special. I am joined today by Alan True. He covers Midwest football recruiting for 24/7 Sports, longtime Oakland Press and State Champs writer and analyst Scott Bernstein, and at the end, former Detroit News beat writer who's also been with State Champs, breaking it down for all of our 15 years, Tom Markowski. Good day to you, gentlemen. Here we go. All right, on your screen now is a list of our State Champs top blue chips for 2018. More guys in the trenches this year than we've seen in years past. Each one of these guys is going to break down two guys each, so let's go in order. Alan True, the offensive line prevalent on this list.
Well, yeah, we start with Tyrone Sampson, who was one of the few guys in the state of Michigan this year to play in the Army All-American Bowl. A big honor for him, and he earned that throughout the course of his years at East English Village Prep. A 4-year starter for Rod Oden, and throughout that time, he went to numerous camps. I think I can count on two hands the number of reps I've seen him lose at those camps, which that's a defensive drill. Outstanding pass protector, a true center that I think has a chance to possibly play beyond college. And then Marquand McCall from Oak Park, he was a kid that early in his career ranked very highly, had that ACL injury as a junior, had to come back from that and came back just as dominant as ever as a senior. One of those guys who we always say mean streak when we talk about offensive linemen. That's Marquand McCall. He looks to bury his guy on every snap, and he did it during a lot of his snaps for Coach Carter and the Oak Park Knights in his career.
All right, thanks, Alan. Hey, Scott Bernstein, you've got two guys on the defensive side of the ball that had a lot of suitors.
Yes, Farmington Hills Harrison outside linebacker Ovi Agufu headed to Notre Dame. This guy is the future at the position. This is what scouts and coaches are looking for at the college level. Tall, fast, sleek, almost built like a wide receiver, and equally adept at covering the run, covering the pass, and rushing the quarterback. Notre Dame's got themselves quite a talent coming into the fold in South Bend next year. Moving over to Kalen Gervin, I'm calling my shot on this. Kalen Gervin, the quintessential lockdown cover cornerback, will be one of the all-time greats in the Michigan State secondary. I love what this guy does on the field, his vision, his anticipation. Scholarship offers don't lie sometimes. He had over 40 of them. And, I see him coming in and making a major impact right off the bat on the defensive side of the ball, similar to what Cody White from Walled Lake Western did on the offensive side of the ball this past fall.
All right, well, thank you, Scott. Tom Markowski, you've seen both of your guys up close and personal. One of them, our second blue chipper going to Kentucky.
Yeah, that would be DeAndre Square out of Detroit Cass Tech. Just a tremendous athlete. I remember being in preseason scrimmages with Cass Tech, talking to the coaches. Where is he going to play? Well, we're going to put him at safety. Well, we're going to put him at linebacker. I said, look at him catch the ball. Don't you want him on offense? And they were telling me, hey, just wait. And they waited to the end of the season, put him at receiver against Chippewa Valley, made a big catch to help win that game. And DeAndre Square can play anywhere, and he'll probably be an outside linebacker or possibly a strong safety in college. Just a tremendous athlete at 6'2", 210 pounds. My other athlete is Ryan Hayes, and truly a great athlete, three-sport athlete. A baseball player, basketball player, going to the University of Michigan out of Traverse City West. Big kid, 6'7", played tight end. A lot of people see him as a tackle at the next level. I don't know. He's a pretty good pass catcher coming out of his position there. I think Michigan's going to have a good look at him there. You know that Wolverines love to have tight ends catch the ball for them.
All right, so that's our blue chippers for this year. Now it's time to hear from our first Lawrence Tech signee. All right, so like magic, I have with me now Logan Wessel from Utica High School. You know, we talked about the talent at offensive line in our Blue Chip segment earlier in the show, and the gifts don't end there. Logan is a 6'4" skill guy who competed on both sides of the line for the Chieftains. Now, I know you had another NAIA offer on the table, but really what sold you on Lawrence Tech?
What kind of really sold me was the culture that they're trying to build here. It's kind of a really similar culture to what we have over at my current high school with building family and just getting that bond. And I feel like they're doing a really good job trying to establish that here with the new team up and coming.
Yeah, you're going to be a part of a program truly built from the ground up. You're a member of the first football team here in 70 years. How special is it to know that you're going to be a part of history? What does that mean to you?
It's a big deal, honestly, because it's that first team to where you can really set a good foundation for after my 4 years or 5 years when I'm done here. It can leave something good for other ones coming in and help build the program. And it's just a nice feeling knowing that we can start something really special here.
Absolutely. Have you thought about what you might want to get a degree in?
I was thinking about going into electrical engineering for my major and then minoring in marketing.
All right, so if he doesn't make the NFL, he's got a good job here, maybe over at Ford or Chrysler. All right, he's Logan Wessel, one of the newest Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Congratulations, all right? When we come back, we talk some of the top D1 recruits when the State Champs Signing Day Special continues. Welcome back to the 5th Annual State Champs Signing Day Special. Alan, Scott, and Tom back with me as we talk the top Division I recruits from the state going to our D1 schools. We've listed our top 6 going to the in-state schools in the Big Ten and the MAC. Each one of these guys will talk about 2 recruits each. We'll start with you, Tom Markowski. 2 guys going to the Big Ten, including the only quarterback on our original blue chip list.
Well, you can't not like Theo Day out of Dearborn Divine Child. I think he'll be the next Ryan Lewerke. He can drop back and pass the ball. He's a great runner, quick feet. Last year he had 16 touchdown passes, 13 rushing. I saw Theo as a junior. I thought he was a tremendous player then, and his senior year just bulked up those stats. And I think Michigan State's going to be happy with him when he comes into camp, studying under Ryan Lewerke. And my second one is Jalen Mayfield out of Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Yeah, I know he's playing for a Division IV school, but this kid, I think he's going to be one of the best kids coming out of this class. I really do. Tremendous athlete, plays both sides of the ball. I imagine at Michigan they're going to make him an offensive tackle because the way he uses his hands. Just a tremendous athlete for his position. I think he could play linebacker. That's how well he moves. I think he's an outstanding player, and Michigan's going to love him too.
No doubt, very versatile. All right, thank you, Tom. Scott Bernstein, a pair of guys going to Western and Central Michigan.
Well, let's start with Antoine Reed from Muskegon. Can you say grand theft larceny? Can you say value? Just a steal for Western Michigan, getting a 4-star recruit. It's the highest rated prospect they've ever brought into the fold in Kalamazoo. On the line, this guy's a mauler. He's agile, he's mobile, he's versatile. I love the value that Western Michigan's getting in A.J. Reed. Over to Walled Lake Western cornerback Randall Harris. He's going to Central Michigan, and his story of his recruitment should be an inspiring tale for lesser-known recruits, guys that maybe aren't on blue chip lists to start a senior year. And what Randall Harris did, he showed that one game, one big performance like he had in the opener against West Bloomfield, where he locked down Wisconsin-bound Taj Mustafa and A.J. Abbott, garnered him a Central Michigan offer on the spot that night. He accepted it, and he deserves it because Randall Harris is a great cover corner. He's someone that can go sideline to sideline and is just a very, very versatile cornerback. And I know that Central Michigan's going to get quite a package in Randall Harris.
Yeah, no doubt. Good get for the Chippewas. All right, thank you. Alan, one of your guys is our #1 blue chipper this year.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchins from Dearborn Divine Child. Tom mentioned Theo Day. He was catching some passes from Theo this year, showed some athleticism that maybe we didn't know he had in the past. He's 6'6.5" now, had 3 sacks in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, had a big game down there, proved he belonged amongst the best. He's outstanding. And then you move over at the same position, Cardner Stagner from Seaholm. He's going to Eastern Michigan, one of the highest rated guys in their class. A very athletic defensive end, maybe a little bit lighter right now than Aiden, but he's going to put on some weight, really gets off the ball well, and is an active guy who made a ton of plays for Seaholm this year. Don't know that a lot of people out of the state of Michigan know Carter Stagner. I think they'll find out once he gets to the MAC.
Right on. All right, good stuff. I sat down earlier with Lawrence Tech head coach Jeff Duvendek as we discuss 3 guys he expects to make an impact at LTU. Well, it's been a wild year so far for Lawrence Tech new head coach Jeff Duvendek, tasked with recruiting an entire roster as the Blue Devils field a team for the first time in 7 decades. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Talk about the challenge and the excitement of this process of starting a team from scratch.
The excitement is being here, doing it here for LTU. I think it's a great university, great people in a great area, a lot of talent in this recruiting area. So that's the excitement of it. The challenge is trying to sell our vision. You know, some of the kids don't have that product to grasp, so we got to sell them on the vision.
Right, and that vision is now fastly coming into a reality. Let's break down a few of the newest Blue Devils, and college football runs in the family when talking about Utica's Kayvon Higdon.
Yeah, Kayvon's brother plays at Michigan. He's a running back there, does a lot of special things, and Kayvon will do the same for us. Kayvon will be a return specialist for us, help us on offense as well, but you can see his speed. No one's in the screen here at the end. As we take a look here, you'll see the speed again, the cut right there, if you can take that back. So not only does he have speed, but he's got great change of direction, can leverage guys, and then go 0 to 60 really fast.
Dearborn-Fordson, one of the more tradition-rich programs here in Southeast Michigan. You've been able to secure the services of Suleiman Slay Shara. What skills does he bring to the table?
Slay is very similar to Kayvon, very explosive, good change of direction, has a really good understanding of leverage in football and takes advantage of other people's disciplines. So at the top of the route here, does a good job getting in, pressing the feet of the defender, getting in and out of his break, selling the route. Here he leverages the defender to the outside, makes him open up outside, flips his hips back inside. Easy touchdown there. Another good route here, selling the fake, getting the defender to bite on it, and creating all kinds of space for his quarterback. But again, you can see the speed.
All right, let's wrap with Mike Woolridge from Walled Lake Central. Looks like a ball hawk on defense.
Yeah, Mike does in high school, did a lot of things, quarterback and defense, and he's a long kid with good speed. You can see Mike here, stays in the hip pocket, makes a good play on the ball, taking it back the other way. Again, Mike in perfect position, makes a breakup, results in incompletion. This is my favorite clip here with him. A lot of guys are going to notice the physicality there as he runs through the blocker to make the tackle, but if you can take it back one more time. The main thing to me here is the football intelligence to stay outside leverage as he defeats that block. Huge point of emphasis for us.
I want to thank Lawrence Tech head coach Jeff Duvendek for providing that insight. I am joined now by Zach Brown, a 6'2" defensive lineman who played his high school football at Linden. You're now a Lawrence Tech Blue Devil. You've made it. College football, talk about what that means to you.
Great experience going to the next level from high school. I'm here to improve myself, get better, join a new family.
Yeah, absolutely. What impressed you the most about being recruited by the coaching staff here at Lawrence Tech?
The coaching staff itself, I felt at home, felt like a family. They reached out to me more than I reached out to them all the time, which made it awesome, feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be Oakland County's big-time college football team. How important will it be to get a chance to play so close to home?
Oh, great feeling. Always get to see the family, always come down for games, always have that support.
All right, he was the first recruit here in 2018. Congratulations, good luck. When the State Champ Signing Day special continues, Alan True will be back with me to talk some of the top guys going to the GLIAC and also some more NAIA notables. Stay with us. Thanks for coming back to the 5th Annual State Champs Signing Day Special. I'm Lauren Plant. Alan True covers Midwest football recruiting for 24/7 Sports. Thanks again for being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk Division II guys, all right? Here are our top guys from the state of Michigan going to the GLIAC. Comment on a few of these.
Well, Wayne State has a really good class this year. Justin Thomas was a kid very productive for Walled Lake Western, and then they get an offensive tackle in Keontae Watson, big guy from Mona Shores who had some MAC offers, so that's a good sign, right? And then Grand Valley State, they've had an outstanding class this year. Matt Gilbert, speedy kid from Southfield, who I'm sure you've had a chance to see. Cade Peterson's a kid who's played a lot of football up there and has played in the state title game. Big kid, pocket passer, strong arm. Not too unlike Bart Williams, who's there now. Ferris State, Tony Anise is always going to do well on the west side of the state. He's got some roots there. Xavier Wade's going to play both sports, basketball and football for Ferris. Great athlete, another guy who had some MAC offers. Then they bring in Cameron Harrod from Belleville on the defensive line. Davenport continues to have their program. They bring in Susu Davenport. He's got the right name already at quarterback. Nolan Fugate had a huge year for Catholic Central in their big run this year. And then Northwood, Bryant Kieft, I think, is an outstanding wide receiver for them. 6'3" kid who can go up and get the ball. And then they bring in another offensive weapon in Kentrell Ware. So some great players headed to the GLIAC.
No doubt. The NAIA's football presence in the state has grown now that LTU is beginning competition, although not officially until 2019. Talk about these notables who are signing in the NAIA.
Well, for LTU, I think the hardest thing when you're building a new program is to find big guys on the line, and they're doing that with a couple of their signees. Jacob Wolgamuth is a kid that I'm really familiar with from the west side of the state. Kellogg'sville had a huge year this year, almost took down Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and he had a lot to do with that, about 6'5", 300 pounds. He has a chance to, I think, really kind of anchor that line along with Logan Wessel coming in. And then you got at Siena, Jamin Hunt, just another athlete kind of guy they can do a lot of things with. Continue to recruit in-state kids, and I think all of those programs have done a really good job combing the state of Michigan for talent.
All right, thanks to Alan True for that. Our final look at some of the recruits that will now play their college football at Lawrence Tech is DeMarcus Busch from Atherton High School, which is in Burton, near Flint. Now, DeMarcus competed on both sides of the ball for the Wolverines. You love the weight room, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you're going to do it at the college level. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, it's better competition now. I'm going against much stronger guys, so, it's going to be exciting.
Do you know in terms of what position Coach Duvendek and the staff may have planned for you?
DN. I played more linebacker in high school, but coming down here, they want me to transfer towards DN, so I think I'll do pretty good at it.
All right, so be rushing the quarterback. LTU is an excellent academic institution. I know that means a lot to you as well. Any idea on what you'd like to study here?
I want to go into civil engineering.
Okay, and why that?
I like to design things, so somewhere in that, just designing roads, things.
Well, it's one of the best engineering schools in the state. DeMarcus Busch, congratulations. We'll see you out there real soon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right, we wrap the Signing Day special with a look at the class of 2019. That's next, and stay with us. Welcome back to the final segment of our 5th Annual State Champs Signing Day Special. Alan, Scott, and Tom back with me as we talk about who's next. Who are the top juniors from this past season that we predict will be the top blue chips next year? This is, again, an impressive list of athletes, and again, the offensive line is prevalent. Alan True, East Kentwood has a pair of big fellas making noise.
Yeah, they are one of the best looking teams getting off the bus in the state of Michigan, always known as a track school, but they have two big guys on that offensive line that are among the best in the country. Logan Brown, the offensive tackle, he's already committed to Wisconsin, but was pursued by schools from across the country, and it doesn't take long to see why. 6'7", 285 pounds, outstanding athleticism. I was telling you about his flexibility and ability to bend. He's a next level type of guy, a rare left tackle prospect. And then you have Mozzie Smith, who is a defensive tackle prospect, about 6'3", 290 pounds, excellent athleticism, explosive off the ball. He is a load for schools to handle on that interior. Made a lot of plays last year, made a lot of plays as a sophomore. He's still sorting through a bunch of the top schools in the country.
All right, well, thank you, Alan, for being here. We appreciate it. Scott Bernstein, how fired up are you about the two guys you'd like to chime in on?
I love these two kids, West Bloomfield's Lance Dixon and Belleville's Julian Barnett. The two of them are the definition of the total package. the definition of multi-talented on both sides of the ball, at least for Julian Barnett. He can kill you as a wide receiver. He's being projected as a cornerback at the next level. He's already committed to Michigan State, and he just does it all on the football field. Lance Dixon, just really the versatility that he brings at the outside linebacker spot. He can drop back and be a viper. He can be a safety. He is someone that brings a lot to the table. First start as a junior, first time ever playing offensive linebacker, 15 tackles. That kind of tells you all you need to know about him. He's got over a dozen offers right now.
Tom Markowski, our number one guy, is another Belleville Tiger, plus another running back in a long line of great backs from Cass Tech.
Well, let's talk about Devontae Dobbs out of Belleville, who is facing up with Logan Brown as perhaps the two best linemen, not only in the state of Michigan and the Midwest, but two of the best linemen in the country. I mean, everybody is after Dobbs. And what I really like about Dobbs is most linemen, develop late in their careers in high school. Now, this kid, even when he was in 8th grade and 9th grade, he was going against guys that are 2-3 years older than him. A tremendous athlete at that age, and he's just taken that to another level. 6'4", about 280 now. Tremendous athlete, can really move, really impressive on the field. You name it is looking at him. Alabama on down the list, Michigan State. And then there's Jared Magnum out of Detroit Cass Tech, a long line of great running backs coming out of Cass. Well, remember Mikey Weber? This one's a different back. He's more of a power back, likes to run between the tackles, kind of like an L.J. Scott out of Michigan State, who has that burst through the line of scrimmage, but isn't afraid to really power into that linebacker. I see Jaron as being one of the best backs in the state next year, and maybe even one of the best backs in the Midwest.
Right on. Well, gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. As always, my thanks to Alan True, Scott Bernstein, and Tom Markowski. I also want to thank the newest Lawrence Tech Blue Devils who joined us, as well as head coach Jeff Duvendek. That's our show. But remember, we're always talking high school sports on our State Champs Network Facebook and Twitter page. Follow Alan True on Twitter at Alan True, that's TRIEU, and read Tom Markowski and Scott Bernstein's articles and blogs on our website, statechampsnetwork.com. I want to thank Jonathan Kidd and Jonathan Hevron for all the work in putting together this program. And remember, State Champs High School Sports Show is the only statewide high school sports show dedicated to the best highlights and stories of all sports here in the state of Michigan. State Champs airs all school year long, Sundays at 9 a.m. on Fox Sports Detroit. I'm Lauren Plant. Thanks for watching. To learn more about the Lawrence Tech football program, head on over to ltuathletics.com. State Champs Signing Day Special is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also brought to you in part by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.